Hi guys, just wanted to do a little video to say about the amazing work NYAS has done with myself and all the support I've had off them. So I'm going to just give you a little bit of a background, about myself to say like why they got involved and things like that. So basically, my mental health has really fluctuated since my dad passed away in 2014. But then after quite a few traumas since then as well, plus childhood traumas, my mental health took a massive dip in 2018, where I ended up in hospital, and social becoming involved. So basically when they became involved with myself, it really, as you can imagine, being a single mum, it was absolutely terrifying. Is the things that were being said, I didn't quite understand. A lot of it was like lots of terminology and things. And I think, but I'm not positive, that it was social services then said about an advocate. So I got referred to NYAS and I got given an advocate, which is absolutely amazing. So so the process was child in need at first, and then the children went on to child protection register. So as you can imagine, very scary for me. If so when I met the advocate, or my advocate, I was like really nervous because I feel anxious meeting new people. I wasn't sure what this person was going to be doing. So but after meeting her, she was amazing. She explained everything. She was like absolutely reassuring and amazing, and it was like, felt like I had somebody who was able to explain to me things, and also I could explain to her things, and she was able to refer back, but more clearer than, as you can imagine, when anxiety and everything kicks in, everything sometimes comes out as jargon. So she was able to pinpoint and say exactly what I wanted to say, but I didn't have the courage or confidence to say these things. So yeah, so when she came out and explained everything to me, it was just like this massive relief, like off my shoulders. Is like, I'm not fighting this alone, and things like that. So yeah, so meeting her made, like, as much as it was scary, made a massive difference. I gotta be fair. I have wrote a few notes, that's why I keep looking, because I don't want to miss anything out, because I am so grateful for everything that's happened. So so yeah, so like, again, as I was just saying, the work that my advocate did was is like sometimes a lot of terminology from like social services and things. None of it just all sounds really scary, because none of it makes sense. And I suppose where they're used to saying these things on a daily basis, this is all brand new to me. So I was like, that sounds really bad. And I had lots of reassurance off my advocate, because she would explain it in a way I understood. And I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound as scary. Or like, especially with my mental health, because I got mostly unstable personality disorder, I can be a lot more, take a lot in, and like let it eat away at me. However, one or two things that was said by social services, I spoke to my advocate about, arranged a meeting, and we were able to just get it out in the open. It was done there and then, and it was like, wow, it's like that was explained to them. they did like apologise, and they said they'll like, they learned from it, social services learned from it, and was like, and then, didn't use certain words that they were using, which were like quite, like hurtful. So I wouldn't have the courage to do that, to face anyone, because I'm like, oh, if I face anything, I could have my kids taken off me, because then they'll be not like me and things like that. However, it weren't the case. So with my advocate, like being like a mediator as well, so it was a lot easier than me absorbing, and then I'd go down my negative spiral, because I'd think that sounds bad, because the terminology and stuff is absolutely petrifying. So she stuck with me through the child in need meetings. She explained everything. She stuck through the child protection meetings, and again explained things. So it's like, when I'd come out of their meetings, you feel like the worst mum in the world and things like that. And then she would explain, reassure me and things. And, like I couldn't help my mental health going downhill. But, I'm in recovery and have been in recovery through the whole process. And she's helped me like realise that, and reassure me and things like that. So she's been my absolute rock, and I honestly wouldn't have got through any of this without I keep going to say her name, but without my advocate, because I would have just folded at the first hurdle, because it is absolutely horrific experience to go through. And when it's not like exactly your fault, because like obviously the traumas and things, however, it was a big wake-up call as well. And yeah, it's just the reassurance and the support is the absolute, like, just absolutely helped so much. And I cannot thank her enough. I honestly can't. It's been like not an amazing experience, because going through everything with social services, it does make you scared, it makes you question your parenting, things like that. But instead of folding, I have learned absolutely so much, just from having an advocate. I've learned a lot of things which I wouldn't have known, and things like that. I've learned as well a lot of like interpersonal effectiveness, so things which I can actually now like communicate, instead of keeping it inside, but communicating in a manner which is like helpful for me, helpful for the person I'm communicating with, and like meeting middle grounds and things like that. So it's just been absolutely a roller coaster, but that roller coaster has been made so much easier with the help of my advocate. I really honestly can't even praise her enough, and I reckon everyone should be offered the opportunity to have an advocate, because like I said at the beginning, I didn't even know what an advocate was or anything like that, and everybody would just be like saying this stuff to me, and I'm like, I don't know what that means. Oh my God, this is gonna happen. And I would escalate a situation all because of one word I didn't understand, and I didn't want to ask somebody about it because I didn't know who to ask. So to have that backup of an advocate was, I got utmost respect for all advocates. Is amazing. And as a family, we're all a lot better. My children have come off the child protection register, and that's a massive thanks to my advocate. She was able to direct me in like statements and getting my views across and everything, instead of me being in emotional mind, which I would normally do, going in emotional mind, and it wouldn't be really effective. However, we would chat back and forth and like draft things and then like come up with a brilliant statement to explain things. So as a family, my boys are happy, I'm absolutely happy. I feel like I got more confidence, more understanding. Is also like makes me want to help people even more. So it's just like all in general it's been a positive experience. And yeah, I think like every person should be like offered one, because it's changed my life, it's changed the outcome of the process, which like if I was on my own I would have literally crumbled, because like I said, terminology wise, oh my god, the words they use is like really petrifying. And just having that someone in your corner to explain things, because it's like when you're going around in your head it doesn't make sense, but when somebody sat there and explaining X, Y and Z, you're like, oh, that's not too bad. And and then you formulate a plan with your advocate on how to move forward. And it's been an absolute like amazing, absolutely amazing. Like my self-esteem is just like really well, a million times better. It's like I could go on and on, I honestly could. But yeah, like I said, so I reckon everyone should be offered it, and especially to help them to be able to communicate, to fill that bridge, I suppose, between like parents and professionals. And is that someone they like to build that bridge to help you work together and understand things? And like I said, my advocate have helped arrange a few meetings where something has upset me, and within that meeting it was all out in the open, all fresh, clean slate, and nobody's holding on to any upset or grudges, is all out there. So it's like social services recognised what the trigger was. Obviously we met halfway, and it helped us work together for the best interests of my children. And is like that would never have happened, that bridge would never have been closed if it wasn't for my advocate. So I suppose all I can really say is a massive thank you for giving me the opportunity to tell my story. A massive thank you for the support from my advocate, and like for an amazing service, and for giving me the opportunity to work with somebody so amazing. And if the rest of the team are like my advocate, then it needs to be spread around the work. No, I say world, like, but needs to be spread around advocacy, because it's changed my life. It's changed my children's life, and I'm pretty sure it changes the lives of so many people, and it takes away a lot of stress. It takes away absolutely loads of stress, which before I wouldn't, like, if I didn't have one, I wouldn't probably be here telling this story. Probably would have been out of fear and everything. I would have just caved, but yeah, my advocate's been my rock, and I can't like say thank you enough. So If anybody would like to know any more about it, like my story, you can ask the person who's showing the video, and they can message me, and I can like share anything, because I've had an absolutely amazing experience, and yeah, it's helped me immensely. So thank you for watching, guys, and yeah, I hope this service is spread far and wide. So thank you. Bye, guys.